right, so in this video, we're going to talk about some ergonomic or improved hand positions as a stylist that you can do to minimize the strain on your wrist, your shoulder, and your neck. So in this position, or in this case, we're going to talk about sort of blow drying hair. So Hope's going to demonstrate what a common position that stylists would use, and I'm going to talk about what the effects of that are on your body. Right, so as you can notice, the hand has to be sort of out to the side with the hand kind of turned in, and the wrist has to be bent like so just to hold the dryer. And so mechanically, every millimeter that your hand is raised farther and farther out, or the other way to look at it is every millimeter that your elbow is farther away from your body, linearly the neck and the shoulder takes on more and more stress. Right? The other way to say it is if your elbow's out 10%, your shoulder works 10%. If it's out 100%, it works 100%. It's a linear correlation. And depending upon the dryer, you can imagine some dryers can be heavier, right? And so when you're holding your arm out like this all day, you're leading your body into a state of constant inflammation, especially in the shoulder and neck. And this is how you're going to get tendonitis in your shoulder, your forearm, and your neck, and somewhat your wrist. So Hope's going to demonstrate a better position where we can bring the arm closer to your body and have all the joints in a more neutral position. Right, so you can imagine right now in this position, the elbow, instead of being out all the way to the side, it can be in a lot more. And if you notice, the wrist is now being neutral instead of being twisted and bent down the whole time. So immediately there's less stress on the wrist, the shoulders, the elbow from not holding the weight like this, and also the neck as well, because the arm is closer into the body.
And also a tip, a lot of times if you adjust the nozzle to your dryer, it helps with how you're holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like their nozzle to be more horizontal,
okay,
or more vertical or long ways. I like to leave my nozzle more the way the dryer is, just
mm-hmm.
natural, and I just pull it this way. If I turn my nozzle this way, I have to then turn my wrist.
Got it.
So you have to kind of find a position that's comfortable for you and kind of ergonomically what your body's going to do naturally.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great point. Just adjusting the nozzle so it allows your wrist to be neutral, so you don't have to adjust your wrist for it to work. You adjust the equipment for you, right, instead of the other way. That's awesome. And that's such a great tip because, again, this is one of those things where you don't feel this effect immediately, but hours, weeks, months, and years of this plays a huge toll onto your body. And so this tip, if applied, as you apply this, you're making a dramatic difference in the health of your neck, your shoulders, your elbow, and your wrists.
Also, I'm on top of her head, so I lower her down, so I'm not like this high. So don't forget your chair moves, so make sure you move your client to fit your comfortable level. So if I'm blow drying her nape, I'm going to actually move her up higher mm-hmm. instead of bending down, and just get her to a level where I feel like I'm not putting a lot of strain on my body.
Right, and that kind of relates back to a previous video we've done about adjusting the height of either your body or the client in the chair to match your body, so you can basically be in this sort of neutral position without having to put your body into compromised positions that puts a lot of pressure on your neck.